Can we go back home and do a groundbreaking of building houses or buildings of character, or helping our teens not to go and burn up the very structures that we've put up? So uplifting lives of others, eradicating poverty, mental poverty. And then maybe finally, allow me to finish with this quote. It is not where you sweep that actually matters. It is not where you sweep that actually matters. It is how you sweep. Let me say that again. I'll pack it slowly. It is not where you sweep that matters. It is how you sweep. If Chandaria would ask us to put a slogan for them, I think we would put that for them. But it is not where you sweep that matters. It is how we sweep. Paul is teaching us that as we build houses, as we build lives, then we need to build them with commitment, with excellence. We need to be ashamed of yesterday's success. And we need to continue making lives better. Yesterday's ideas are actually outdated. We need to think fast like Toyota on how we can bring new ideas such that the lives of these wonderful girls and the lives of everybody can be better. And I need to pose a question as I ask all of us to stand for a word of prayer. I need to ask us, how are you sweeping? How are you sweeping? Whatever it is that you're sweeping. For me and my sister here, we sweep at the church. And we're very proud that we sweep there. But wherever you sweep, whether you sweep in an office, how do you sweep? You sweep with excellence. You sweep with humility. You sweep with cooperation. Do you sweep with honor? Do you sweep with diligence? Do you sweep with passion? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, it is not where we sweep that matters, but it is how we sweep. Chandaria is showing us how they sweep with pity, with compassion, with a heart to empower others, with a heart to uplift people, with a heart to eradicate poverty in our own lives. With all humility, I would ask us to stand for a word of prayer. Our Lord and Father, we truly thank you for such a gift like Chandaria, who have shown commitment to eradicate poverty, to uplift lives of people. And Lord, we ask that as we begin this occasion today, the Lord, you're going to be with each one of us. You're going to strengthen us, to encourage us. And as we take this day, help us to challenge ourselves that in wherever places that we are going to sweep well. We ask for grace. We ask that whatever we shall say shall encourage, challenge, and help us to be better people as we live here. May you be with each one of us. And that's our prayer of faith. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you so much, Reverend Kimani. Please don't forget that today is the groundbreaking ceremony. The pastor amesema fagia, but leo hatufagii, tuna ground break, so musisahau hiyo. Our chief guest, the Commissioner General of Prisons, Afande Wycliffe Ogalo. At this juncture, we'd like to invite the choir from Langata Women's Prison to give us a brief entertainment. Kwaya wakuje mbele hapa haraka, 3 minutes. During the COVID pandemic, we had to look for avenues to ensure the mental health for our offenders were taken care of. So there are various activities that were put in place, one of them being music, Apart from that, we had counseling, and this has gone a long way in ensuring the women are able to debrief and keep a smile as they serve their sentences. Nimesema mje kwa kipole, makelele hapana.
Makofi kwao. Wimbo unaweza kutikalisha hapa mpaka jioni. Kanda lao la kwanza lilikuwa la wimbo juu ya corona. Huo ni wimbo wa pili. Makofi kwao tena.
Mgeni wetu Mheshimiwa Commissioner General of Prisons, the business head Mabati Rolling Mills, Munish Meha, wageni wetu wote na madirectors. Najua wakati utafika wakati kila mmoja wetu ataweza kutambuliwa. Kwa sasa tungependa kuenda kwa item ya pili ambayo ni poem kutoka kwa our clients. We listen from them and then we move on with the program. A poem will be presented to us by one client by the name of Gloria. Gloria, tafadhali fika sawasawa, tunawapatia dakika 3 mtueleze gereza kunani.
Guest of honor, sir, Commissioner General of Prisons, prison fraternity, invited guests, and all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Before you is a collaboration of the spoken word by Jean,
Gloria, Wisdom from the Monk. Welcome. Every human being is creative. The task of the visionary leader is to create a workplace that reparates the natural adornment, shake the shakelessness of outdated ways of thinking, and discover a smart way of doing what we do. Allow people to take risks and fail freely, celebrate spontaneity, and reward original thinking.
A trailblazer leads. It's not about themselves, but all about others, the betterment of others. Not selfish are they, no, to clip the wings of others, but they let them spread and fly. It is so rightly said, what we've done for ourselves alone die with us. But what we've done for others in the world remains, and it's immortal.
The purpose of life is a life of purpose. Leaving footprint and making the difference. Doing the same thing every day does not bring the new result. As to change the things you are doing, you must change as the way you are leading. Never forget that within the body of every visionary leader lives a spirit of a little child, full of excitement and wonder.
Out of the crowd, you stood with innumerable services, with innumerable sacrifices to help those on the margins of society. Something very few can do. Your noble work speaks for itself. Your kindness, your industry and humility, so conspicuous for all to see and learn.
Watch and see the course of the stars as if you're running with them, and continue dwelling in mind upon the change of element into one another. I cannot believe that the purpose of life is to be happy. I think the purpose of life is to be useful, to be responsible, to be compassionate, and above all, to matter, to count, and to stand for something.
We cannot express our gratitude enough. But there is one, only one, whom on our behalf pays wholesomely. Our Creator, the God Almighty. Chandaria Foundation and the like-minded. Long live. Merci beaucoup.
Gerezani ni mahali pa kurekebisha, na open door policy iliweza kuwafungulia wafadhili. Leo tuko na Kenya Prison Service na wafadhili wetu wote pamoja wakishirikiana kwa huu mpango wa kujenga kiwanda cha kusaidia wanawake katika gereza kuu la Lang'ata Women's Prison. That was a poem appreciating that partnership. Makofi kwao tena. I know we are behind time, so we have just the last item of entertainment. No more. The rest will be for another day. A dance, and then we move to the speeches. Senior Sergeant Marita, that is the Sakata team. Look at them, enjoy the dance, shake your body as you are seated before we go for the groundbreaking ceremony. We get off our stresses here. Watch and enjoy.
Boss Lashan.
Chivaka shure chakakura mazizo ake anopenya ukamubata unokovara
Makofi, 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 makofi. Wapi makofi ya warembo? Dare to challenge. Stress yote tupilia mbali. If you want to come and relieve yourself from all the stresses in life, come enjoy such dances. We have come to the end of the entertainment sessions. Our chief guest at this juncture, I will invite the officer in charge Lang'ata Women's Prisons, Senior Superintendent Esther Lochoto to continue with the rest of the program. I was Superintendent Jackie Onyango, the MC for the first session of today's program. Remember, we are at the groundbreaking ceremony for the Chandaria Foundation workshop at Langata. Amri ni kubwa Hiyo amri imetokea hapo ni kubwa na imenipatia session nyingine, lakini sio mimi. Madam Susan amesema hiyo dance haijatosha. Moja ingine. One last item. All of this is done by Senior Sergeant Susan Marita. We can't just work and work. We need to pray and enjoy ourselves as we relax through dance, and that is what she does best. Piga tu makofi kabla afike. So amongst us, we remember our chief guest is the Commissioner General of Prisons, Afande Wycliffe Ogalo. From the Chandaria Foundation, representing Manu Chandaria, we have Vincent Rapando. And from the groups that work with Chandaria, the ones who funded this old program, the main boss, I'll call him by the second name, Mr. Meha. Very, very friendly, makofi yake. He will introduce his group. We also have UNODC, represented by Wamboi Kahara. They've done a lot for us. They've supported us in the virtual programs, the virtual court, and for today, our stomachs will be done by UNODC. I can see they have arrived. The music played on so that we can continue. That is what we have for you now. Thank you. Here is courtesy of the Lake Region.
Stanley, imana kosa ni yeko wapitiki usomema napenda dare neno mahali kosa jana neno mahali era timono era timono era kichuidano era na kichuidano mama era kichuidano lakini
Miela, tunasema miela, pole pole.
Wapi Sharon? Paul Mokodera Bisene. And the way Udia Kachaburu Nakai. Samara Paro Gajasoma, Samara Paro Gajasoma, Koloko Paro Chingi Yogane, Parigo Chingi Yogane, Katange Mabuma, Apaya Mama Era, Kalaku Wacha, Pinga Ganaina, Pinga Ganaina, Kasumo Pinga Kalionge, Kasumo Pinga Kalionge, Nielo Manyo Kalionge, Apaya Sanda Kalionge, Pinga Sanda Kalionge, Asika Para Kalionge, Asika Para Kalionge, Utasotonge.
Makofi ya warembo. Hivyo ndio tunatoa stress hapa tena.
Wakiendelea kudansi, tunamkaribisha Madam Esther akuje na hiyo dansi. Madam Esther akuje na hiyo dansi. Makofi kwao. Asanteni sana.
The chief guest, Commissioner General of Prisons, Mr. Weekly Kogalo, directors present, Regional Commander Nairobi Region, CEO Chandaria Foundation, Safal Group, MRM, Safal Building, CEO UNODC, CEO KEPSA, Clean Start, Rina's Cake House, Valentine's Cake House, Madpad, all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon, madam. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to Langata Women Maximum Security Prison to witness this auspicious occasion of groundbreaking ceremony for the Chandaria Foundation workshop at Langata. I'm humbled that among other prisons you chose Langata. I should confess that it has been a long journey accompanied with careful planning and consultations among stakeholders to ensure that completion of the project offers maximum benefits to inmates serving their sentences in Langata. Our chief guest, the plan to put up this project began in 2018. The proposed project at that time was a carpentry workshop for female inmates. However, due to unavoidable circumstances, the project stalled and was later revived in 2020. After consultation with the various stakeholders, technical staff and inmates. The sponsor set it on bakery and clothing and textile workshop in order to meet the immediate needs of inmates. Sir, this project was guided by the following objectives. 1. To empower women behind bars with alternative means of generating income and effect the earning scheme. 2. To enhance reintegration of our clients in the community once they are released. Number 3. To reduce rates of female recidivism in the country. Sir, as mentioned above, this project is divided into 2 sections, the bakery section and the clothing and textile section. The bakery, equipped with modern machinery, will equip inmates with skills in large-scale production of block cakes, queen cakes, KDF, ngumu, mandazi, and chapati. Initially, it was to produce bread and cakes. However, it was realized that the equipment for bread production are very expensive. Secondly, products with lower cost or purchase like mandazi were moving fast than bread in the market, while bread is preferred in the higher end market. Similar, there will be already market within the prison population as both staff and inmates within Nairobi region and its environs for the bakery products. The clothing and textile unit will produce face masks, school sweaters, school bags, Ankara aprons, among others, and impact more inmates with training skills that will enable them compete favorably in the job market. Sir, the quality of production of prison products and level of hygiene observed coupled with the readiness available labor within the prison favors the project. Our chief guest, we appreciate your gesture of recommending all prisons to support the growth of the project by purchasing products from this project. Currently, training of staff and inmates who will work in the project is ongoing. Our project is to expand our market. Our projection is to expand our market for production from the project. Have more inmates graduating with more valuable skills as we strive to achieve the vision of the department. I wish to extend my sincere gratitude to the PS Correctional Services, our chief guest, the Commissioner General of Prisons for their continued support. The success of the project. To the main sponsor of the project, Manu Chandaria, we will forever be grateful for the gesture and your generosity. I wish to appreciate the decision and diligence exhibited by the Director, Prison Enterprise, Madam Thangate, as she guides us through Mr. Vincent Rapando, SP Baini, SP Jacqueline, Clean Start, Rina's Cake House, Valentine Cake House, Quilting Guide, Kenya, and UNODC for the selfless sacrifice while planning for the project. Sir, to other prisons in the country, this project is a pilot project. Finally, sir, we are very grateful for the party you facilitated us in the month of August this year, and hope to host you more often. Okay, before I invite the Regional Commander Nairobi region, I would like to take this opportunity to invite one inmate, Birunji, so that she can come and attest what the project is going to do for them.
Chandaria Foundation, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. On behalf of my fellow inmates, sir, I'd like to appreciate so much that this project has come to Langata Women Maximum Prison, because we know that there are so many prisons outside there that would have taken over this project. We know that there are children's homes that would have taken over this. We know that there are so many needy homes or needy people that would have taken over this project. But there's a reason why Langata Women Prison was chosen. And mine is to assure you, sir, and all our stakeholders, that we will not let you down. Why won't we let you down? Because we are the sole beneficiary in this whole thing. We are benefiting, why? Because we have skills. The skills that we will get in this project will be good enough for us, because we are going to use modern machines that we can be able to use even outside there. Once we are outside here, we'll be able to compete with the outside world, because we are using modern machines. Sir, we will be earning. That is excellent. Excellent for all of us. Once we answer, we are able even to take care of our kids while we are inside here. We are able to pay for their school fees. We are able to take care of ourselves. We are able to have an income. Once we are out of here, we are able to start our own businesses. Hence, that means we have closed the gap of relapsing back into crime. That is a very big plus. Thank you so much, sir. Most importantly, especially for my fellow inmates, the fact that we will have certificates that will not have the Kenya Prisons logo. This is excellent, because we will be able to have jobs outside there. As we all know that once an inmate is out of this prison, it is very hard for you to get a job. It's very hard for you to get employed. But once we have this certificate, it is excellent. Thank you so much, sir. These stress levels will go down, sir. It is going to enhance discipline inside the prisons, because, as we were told, it is going to be a project for the discipline. It is a privilege. So that means all the inmates will have to strive hard to be disciplined within the prisons. And I forgot to also note that we have been given a privilege to choose between the bakery or the textiles. So, my fellow inmates, it is all about us working hard to make sure maybe when you complete this, then you're able to take over this. So that is a very big plus for us, sir. We thank you so much. Thank you so much that the short-termers, those that are serving short sentences, can also be able to do something. And then when they go out, they're also able to have some kind of skill. Thank you so much, because it's going to raise our self-esteem. Why? Because when we are inside here, we're able to... we will have a sense of belonging. We will know we have something in our pockets. We will know we are able to take care of our families. The list goes on and on and on. We cannot thank you enough. We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, and please come again and again. We are ready, and we will do the best. We will not let you down. Thank you so much.
Sir, at this point, I would like to invite the Regional Commander, Nairobi Region, Senior Assistant Commissioner of Prisons, Mr. Eric. Welcome.
Thank you, Esther. Our chief guest today, Commissioner General of Prisons, representative of Chandaria Foundation, all our directors who are present here, and our esteemed partners and clients, good afternoon. Good afternoon. So, my name is Henry, the Regional Prisons Commander. Mine is simple. It is to welcome you, sir, in Nairobi region. Anytime you visit us, we are always very, very happy, because we know that your presence means a lot to us. And so my duty right now is just to welcome the Director, Enterprise, who will now lead us from here onwards so that we can climax with what has brought us to do today. Welcome, madam.
Thank you very much, Kisimbo. I'm the Commissioner General of Prisons, Mr. Wycliffe Ogalo, who is our chief guest today. A representative of the Chandaria Foundation, Mr. Rapando, representative from UNODC, our directors from Prisons Headquarters, all the guests, the Fourth Estate, our clients. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
God is good.
All the time.
Tupigie makofi. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us today and having a wonderful day. And thank you, our clients, for the wonderful entertainment. We were wishing the day was longer. Thank you so much. Sir, as you have heard earlier said, this project started last year in July. That is when our PS, Madam Zainab, and Mr. Manu Chandaria had an engagement. And from there, they came up with the idea of having a project here in Lang'ata. And from then on, we started our meetings. Mr. Rapando was the key person from Manu Chandaria. And of course, we have been having our wonderful stakeholders who are here with us. We started our first meeting in July. It was a virtual meeting. But then on, because of COVID, we slowed down and we started having our physical meetings around September. So since then, we have had various meetings. We have engaged one another, and we even identified what project would take place. And of course, with the consultation of our inmates, because they are the ones who are going to benefit from that project. And as they have already said, it is a project that is going to benefit them. They are going to learn what skills they're going to learn when they're inside here, and of course when they go out, which is the reintegration. And we have partners who are going to assist us in that. So far, sir, the project is going to cost about 8 million, and that involves the construction of the building, and of course the machinery that will be inside there. So we hope and we trust that at the end of the construction and the equipping of the project, that it's going to benefit our inmates. So we have already programmed the training that will take place, and I know training has already started, and we anticipated that training should take about 3 months with a group of about 25 people because of the space, and then it will roll on. And at the end of the day, we hope that it will help everybody else. So, sir, for this project to take off and for it to continue, we have had quite a number of stakeholders who have been very committed to ensuring that it takes place. And because of time, I will now go direct and invite the stakeholders. I will request that in charge of the team will speak briefly and introduce the other members of the team. Is that okay? Our stakeholders, yes. So we'll start with a clean start. I think you all know Madam Teresa. So she will introduce herself and her team. They can just stand in so that you can go through.
Thank you very much, Madam Tangate. Chief guest, Mr. Ogalo, Commissioner General of Prisons, all protocols observed, and distinguished guests, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Habari kina mama. Leo kweli ni siku yetu.
Yes.
Indeed, it is a great day. I think I'll start with my favorite quote from Maya Angelou. I come as one, but I stand as 10,000. For indeed, I have the great honor of being joined by our board director, Renee Ngamau. If you could join me for just a minute, given the time that we have. Renee Ngamau serves on our board as our board director. She also serves at the Global Amnesty International Board. And I'm also joined by Jane Ouma. Jane, while I served a 1-year sentence here at Lang'ata Women Maximum Prison with my daughter, who was only 3 months old. She has aunties right here. Jane Ouma served a 10-year sentence and was blessed with her son right here, who's now 11 years old. Ward 6, which is facing us right there, was our ward. I'm also joined by Sarah Odima, who served 2 years. She was meant to serve 3 years, but she served 2 years. And Jane heads our income generating activities for the women on the outside. So the programs that are being started here, Jane Ouma will then receive the women on the outside and continue supporting them with the income generating activities. Sarah Odima trains women right there. I'm also joined by Jane, our last guest, Jane Ngugi, who served 2 years and now heads the Thika Women chapter. Yeah, So the assurance is that no woman leaves prison unsupported. We have women who have left prison and are now on the outside. Through the Clean Start platform, we're holding each woman that's leaving prison to come on the outside, have family, have other sisters who've been on this journey supporting you to rebuild your life, but most importantly, to get an income-generating activity. Because at the end of the day, 90% of us are mothers and the sole breadwinners of our families. Because of time, I will give Renee Ngama, our board director, to give a few remarks.
Thank you very much, Teresa. The chief guest, Wycliffe Ogalo, CBS Commissioner General of Prisons, directors present, Regional Command in Nairobi, KEPSA, indeed all stakeholders, sisters, distinguished guests, all protocols observed, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mine is very short indeed. I know that you know Clean Start. Everyone who has been through our Clean Start program, please stand up where you are. I know there are many of you. Commissioner, I want you to see the work that we have been doing in conjunction with the Langata Prison Authority and with their blessing. Thank you very much. You may have a seat. Truly, the work that we do is to receive our sisters when they come outside and to place them in places where they can find work, where they can find dignified employment, or indeed start their businesses so that they are behind bars never again. And so for us, this project is so important because it allows them to gain the skills while they're still with you. So when they come out, they're doing more than just putting tomatoes on the floor. They have a skill and an activity that can enable them to grow and to raise their children. The work that we are going to do through your leadership and through indeed the work of the stakeholders who are present will enable us as Clean Start not only to meet these women at the prison gates and support them as they find their way through a very, very difficult outside, as we all know, but more importantly, to ensure that they are able to take care of their children, that they are able to grow successful businesses, and that they, you here, become employers for others, so that those who are coming out behind you can find their way and can find a place to work. And so we thank you, and in every single way that we possibly can, we intend to support you most importantly, that your future is not bleak, that there is something that you're coming to, that there are people who are waiting for you on the outside. And so we implore you to get the skill that you need now, here, so that when you join with us, we can grow not just you, but grow our nation. Thank you once again, and good afternoon.
Allow me to quickly take this opportunity to invite you to meet other formerly imprisoned women on the 10th of December at what we call Beyond the Bars Never Again conference, which we hold annually, where we will have close to 1,000 formerly imprisoned women coming together and showcasing what they're up to. Thank you very much.
Next, we'll invite Valentine's Cake House, Matthew Gadua. Please let's take 3 minutes. We are badly dying with time.
Habari zenu. Director General and all protocols observed. Amujambo. Mko sawa? Tukule keki sahihi ama baadaye? Tuanze nayo. Tajua kubake, kwa hivyo mtakuwa mtaki keki. Me, I bake, so I don't eat cake anymore. We are going to bake until you can eat no more. So, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. This idea started very easily. We thought it would be a bigger commercial idea, but constraints on funding. But I'm sure we are headed to a big commercial enterprise where we're going to bake bread and supply all the prisons and the public. Let me say, I was very, very impressed. I talk much, but I don't want to talk much today. There's no time. But those ladies who said that poem, those words summarize everything that we really need to do. Charity is about giving, and I'm glad wametuombea sisi sote. That really moved me because actually all that we are doing is to make sure these ladies and their children, because their mothers, I believe, have a future and a dignified future. And that's why we're going to work as much as we can, and I'm impressed by the fact that The certificates coming from here don't have a logo that incriminates you when you're free. The other thing I would like to say is for all our stakeholders, talking to several of us here, we all have a stake and are interested here. Let not this be the end of the project. Let us combine our efforts. We are all doing something to help the inmates all over. Can we come together and get other products? And there are so many other people, stakeholders, who are not here. They don't know. I'll tell you, the first time I came to prison was because of this project. There are so many people who don't know that what happens in prison, and they have money to contribute. They could do a lot, but they don't know how to do it. We are stakeholders. We know how it feels. We've been there. Can we come together and work on something? And then finally, I would like to give an offer. We are talking about training here. I would like to give officers, at least if it's allowable, I can give 3 officers free training at our Valentine's School of Cake. So that when they're imparting skills, they're imparting the best skills, not only what they're saying, but what to make them employable out there. There's now the issue of acknowledging people. I would like to acknowledge, first of all, my sister, Rina, a baker like me. She's done a wonderful job. We have had training here and training, but she's consistent here. Mr. Vincent Apado, let's clap for this gentleman. He's gone out of his way, he's worked hard, he's made sure things are happening. God bless you. I may not say much, but I've met one lady today and I was very impressed. She'll come here, maybe she'll demonstrate. I would like you to demonstrate what you showed me. She works with pad mat. I've seen the reusable pads. Okay, I've never touched one before, but I touched today. And it's so practical. Very impressive. Thank you and God bless you all.
Thank you, Matthew. Next, I invite Rina's Cake House, who will be followed by Madvis of PubMed. Rina's Cake House, remember it is 3 minutes or less.
Our chief guest, CGP Weekly Fogalo. All protocols observed, and our lovely clients. My name is Rina Nzube, the director of Rina's House. I'm family here. Out of the 11 years that Rina's House has been in existence, I have been here for 10 years, impacting a skill that was God-given to these beautiful ladies here. I know most of them know me. And one thing I always tell myself, a candle will lose nothing by lighting another candle. So I always look forward to coming here. I used to come here every single Tuesday for the last 9 years until Corona happened. When I started coming here, I don't know where Madam Jackie is. When I came here, the bakery had an earthen floor. We used to bake with firewood. Then Matthew came and started training. Matthew, thank you very much. Started in-house training. I was already here. Then Wonders from Above came. Manu Chandaria Foundation. I would love to thank you so much for this opportunity that you have given me, myself as Rina's House, to be able to give better skills using the state-of-the-art equipment for the clients. I love to call them clients, and my sisters, as Teresa has said, they are indeed our sisters. Because a prison is a place you don't know when you will get yourself here. It's like a hospital. So when you're here, ladies, I know you people, you try your best to get a skill that will be able to enable you to be self-sufficient when you're out there. So keep up. Changamoto ni kwetu sasa. We have all the best equipment that anyone can get. I'm sure better than what we have out there. And Matthew, thank you very much. You have taken part of my TOT by training some of the staff, so that will go a long way. Thank you very much, and karibuni, when you see me, you see what? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Rina. Makofi ya Rina. Do you have Gloria from KEPSA? PADMAD continue. Gloria will be next. Madvi is from PADMAD.
Good afternoon, everyone. Greetings to the Commissioner General of Prisons, the Prison Fraternity, representatives from MRM, Chandaria Foundation, UNODC. All protocols observed. My name is Madvi Dalal. I'm the founder of PADMAD. Thank you for the introduction, especially from Matthew. So I'll quickly tell you about PADMAD. PADMAD is an initiative. It's a social enterprise. We give education to boys and girls on menstrual health and sexual rights. And we also manufacture reusable sanitary products, which is what we are going to be doing together. We work under 5 pillars. One is education. So the whole idea is to educate girls, boys, to remove taboos of menstrual health, and also to make sure girls carry on going to school. You know, our mission is to avoid girls dropping out just because of their period, also girls going into sexual affairs just to be able to get pads. So that's our mission. We wish to stick to it. The other pillar is empowerment. So we work all over the country with women and train them, and they're usually vulnerable women, widows, HIV positive, teen moms, etc. So the idea is to empower them enough to be able to earn their own income. We also work on economic factors. So yes, to bring in money and income for the people who work, but also to save girls and their families to have to buy month-on-month periods, because these are very long-lasting. They last at least 5 years. So the idea is to help the girls go into secondary and tertiary education without having to use any more money. The other one is environmental. This is our big key factor that we work with, because our products are biodegradable, 100% biodegradable, and disposable pads are not. So I won't be very long. I just want to share something with all of you and all of us, actually, that I want to thank all the people. You know, a long time ago when these conversations started with Mr. Rapando, it's been a very long time. When I met with Dr. Manu, he said, Madvi, what are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you doing the pads? And I said, this is my vision. And he said, but why is this not your vision? Why aren't we giving it to all the prisons? Why aren't we making these in the prisons and giving it to all the schools in the whole of Kenya? Why is that not your vision? Now, at this moment, I feel that's going to really come true, and I thank Manu Chandaria for his vision and for his encouragement, and Mr. Rapando for kind of seeing me through. As we talk about, giving and getting, I'd also like to tell you something that Eliud Kipchoge shares. I mean, luckily, I'm very, very humbled to have to work with him. He basically says that 100% of my work is nothing compared to 1% of everyone's work. So I really look forward to training anybody who's interested and to be able to see you outside. I know sometimes people think it's a dark space, but there is another quote that, you know, when you think it's dark, you actually may have been planted. So, you know, we're all helping each other to grow. So I really hope this is a good collaboration. Already we've been having, you know, talks with Clean Start that, yes, let's help this now and beyond. There's just one thing I like to end with wherever I do my workshops. It's just to say I love myself, I am powerful, I can give, I can receive, and I can change. So I hope we can all work together, and I really look forward to this. Thank you.
Thank you, Madvi. If we do not have Gloria from KEMSA, a representation from KEMSA, she is around. Gloria from KEMSA Women, karibu sana. She will be followed by the main funders.
The Commissioner General of Prison, distinguished officers, the wonderful ladies on my left, my fellow stakeholders, good afternoon. God is good.
All the time.
And all the time.
God is good, and that is nature.
Wow. I am very humbled and honored at the same time to be representing KEPSA Women, which is a wing of KEPSA, which means the Kenya Private Sector Alliance, and also to be representing Gloria, who was not able to be here today. And I want to introduce myself as Mercy Waithanji, a student of Manu Chandaria, who is our mentor and coach as KEPSA Women, and he sent his greetings through me. Have you received his greetings? He is an amazing, amazing mentor, isn't he? And he loves you. I also want to thank Jane and Gloria. I think those are the names of the poets that were here. Very, very eloquent, that actually captured the essence of my message today. I'm also happy to see Mr. Rapado. We have been in initiatives of giving food to those who are suffering during COVID times, and even street families. So I'm so happy and honored. And the message that I have today is that, number one, in the book of Genesis, we find Joseph, who was thrown into jail. And something I discovered, there are places that all of us can find ourselves in. One is hospital. 2 is the grave. 3 is prison. Nobody is immune, I'm telling you. And Joseph was not also immune. But the message I want to give you today from KEPSA Women is that even though you are in prison, you don't have to entertain to have the prison inside you. Because inside you lies a great person. And that is why you find, yes, you can clap that. And that is why you find the 9 stakeholders very eager to bring out the giant in you, to bring out the real you, so that we can serve the world together. Terry of Clean Start is a very good friend. Her organization is a very good friend of KEPSA Women, and we are going to hold hands with her. Now, using the Joseph principle, it means that you are in prison such a time as this. From the song that we had at the beginning, we had the singers talk about the benefits they have enjoyed from being here, the skills that you've been armed with from being here, that this organization, alongside the partners or the stakeholders, are here to give you wings to fly. There is life after prison. While you are still in prison, baking those beautiful cakes, baking the ngumus and the KDFs, and I thank the cake house representatives that are here. Us as KEPSA Women commit to getting access to markets. And the market, I'm telling you, is huge. And as we go on, I'm sure you have been given something to start. But I'm telling you, if you commit yourselves, you will find that whatever you get will be enough savings for you, that you can educate your kids while you're still here, and enough to even upgrade and update the machines that will be here. I can just say, watch this space. So, because of time, in the interest of time, I want to end there. and wish you God's blessing, wish you all the best. And from time to time, we'll be visiting you. As KEPSA women on this initiative, we work very closely with our dear friend, Wairimo Dangate, and we will come time to time to find what is happening, what you are doing, and of course, cheer you on. Thank you very much indeed, and God bless you all.
Asante sana KEPSA women. Tumefika pale tuna wale wafadhili wenye pesa. They said they want to come together, the two heads of business, one from Safal Building System, Mr. Samuel Muhingo, and the heads of business, Mabati Rolling Mills, Manish Meha. Makofi yao. Pesa inafika.
Honorable Chief Guest, Commissioner of Prisons, Mr. Wycliffe Ogalo, Regional Commanders, Directors, my fellow stakeholders, and the lovely ladies here. Good afternoon to you all.
Good afternoon, sir.
First of all, I would like you to give a round of applause to Ms. Jacqueline. She has been doing a wonderful job. I want to tell you, I'll give you 3 minutes, as you said, but I want to tell you what I have learned today. First of all, in the sermon, rather, the prayer by Reverend John Kimani, the thing I picked was, how you sweep, and you need to sweep with humility. Then the lovely poem by two ladies, Jane and Gloria. Yeah, I think they said life has to be of purpose, and each day you have to stand up and count. That's what is important. And then, last but not the least, the lovely dance by the group Zebstrong. That's what is on the t-shirts. But it was so good to see so much happiness and cheer all around in this wonderful place. So I would say it has been, I have learned something today. And I would say for me it's a half day well spent. Just briefly about MRM. MRM is part of Safal Group, and we are honored to have partnered with Chandaria Foundation to support this workshop, and my colleague Sam will also talk about it more. But Safal Group is Africa's leading provider of building solutions. Mainly it is known for Mabati, and MRM is a group company of Safal Group. And the group exists in many countries. Apart from Kenya, it's in Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Ethiopia, and South Africa, among other countries. MRM is the leading company in this segment in Kenya. And this initiative, it sits very well among Safal Group's core values, which is care for the communities. And we look forward to partnering with your esteemed institute for this morsel initiatives. We had a brief chat before with one of your colleagues, where we have said that we can organize some training for the fundis in different prisons. So already that is part of the plan, which will be there in December. So it is not only it's not only a one-time activity. We would like to continue to help in upskilling the inmates and any other activities where the group can be of help. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Manish, for that quick introduction. My name is Samuel Muhingo. I'm the business head for Safal Building Systems. This is the innovation arm of the Safal Group. I won't say maybe I'm relatively new in the business, about a month and 2 weeks old, But I'm very excited to be here. And this is the first time I'm actually meeting Mr. Rapando for the first time. And thanks for the good work that you've done with the teams and the stakeholders who are here. So the kind of investment that we are going to put in this training institute for textiles and bakery, we are going to use the latest and the current technology that we have in the business at MRM. So we are not doing new something cheap. So it's the latest technology that was launched sometime last year. So when someone says that you sweep and you say you're the best sweeper who ever existed, so we want to make sure that we give you the best technology in terms of infrastructure that then you can use for the longest time that this institution will exist. So I'm very happy to note that there is a lot of interest from our ladies here. Some are sisters or mothers and all that, so that when they go out, they feel empowered to continue and they're well integrated into society. There's a lot that has been said by the rest of the team. I don't want to repeat that, but I'll be glad after we do the groundbreaking to come back again and participate in commissioning that infrastructure to its full succession. Thank you and have a good day.
Pigeni makofi ya pesa. Lazima ubembeleze pesa na ushukuru pesa. Amongst our partners, UN inaekangwa tu peke yake. Pesa imepita, sasa tuite wana UN. UNODC, the representative being Wamboi Kahara. And we said tumbo yetu leo inashughulikiwa na makofi ya kibao.
Thank you very much. It is such an honor to be with you here today in this groundbreaking ceremony for the Chandaria Foundation sponsored clothing, textile and bakery project. So for me, it's not only an honor, but it gives me much joy to see all of you here today, to see the beautiful faces of our sisters seated here today and all the stakeholders here. So it's such an honor to be here. So as introduced, my name is Wamboi Kahara, and today I'm representing UNODC and representing the head of the Criminal Justice Program and Crime Prevention Program, Ms. Charity Kagwe, who could not be here today. So in my capacity, I coordinate the regional youth program and the urban safety governance approach. But I would like to also talk about my personal story, just a little bit of my personal story, because it's also connected to my work at UNODC currently. So many years ago, when I was a little girl, I think, I have worked, I think, Mr. Rapando, you would know, I used to come to Langata Women's. And I used to come to Langata Women's as an individual, and I used to come to do Christmas parties, tea parties, and one of my greatest supporters was Dr. Manu Chandaria. And I remember I used to tell him, I just want to hold a Christmas party, it's December, and I just want to bring a few friends, let's do something for Langata Women's. And Dr. Chandaria was one of the very consistent supporter, and used to say, what do you need, how can I help? And he was always supporting me to come here. So thank you so much, Dr. Manu Chandaria and the representative, Mr. Rapando. I know for many years we've worked together on this. But why it's very personal to me is because the more I came here and the passion that I had with working with all of you actually created for me an opportunity at UNODC. So, and I think the first time I came here, I met Teresa. I met Teresa, she was still incarcerated, and that's the first time I met her when we came here to do, I think it was a tea party, and we brought stakeholders together to see how we can be able to celebrate and share a meal with our sisters seated here today. So what happened was, when I was coming here as an individual, just bringing friends, I decided that there are challenges that the women and the girls are going through in the prisons, and we need to see how we can collaborate with the UN, with the government, with the private sectors, and all the other stakeholders to see how we can be able to, one, build the skills of women who are already in the prison, but also make sure that we prevent recidivism and they are reintegrated back to the community and they have a sustainable livelihood afterwards. So I approached UNODC and I said, I come to the prisons all the time. I go to Langata Women's, I go to the males' prisons, and I think there's something we can do together. I feel like there's something we can do. We can partner to build a program in the prisons where we are not only building the skills but also ensuring that they're integrated back to the community. And that's how I started working. So that is my personal story. But then I will go to now my official capacity and just tell you, before I do that, is just to say how inspiring for me coming here, Langata Women's has been. And I'm so inspired to see what is happening here today. We started this conversation, so I think with Dr. Manu Chandaria many years ago. And today it gives me so much joy to see it actually coming. And it's such an amazing opportunity. So the main objective of UNODC, we are the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. And we're a regional office, we cover 13 countries. And for us, we continue to enhance the rule of law and human security across Eastern Africa through activities specifically tailored to combat existing challenges and address existing threats. UNODC continues to support interventions to achieve security, justice, and health priorities in the region by delivering legal and technical assistance to address transnational organized crime, corruption, terrorism, criminal justice, police reform, access to justice, HIV and drug use prevention, treatment and rehabilitation. It also serves as a framework of action to support member states in achieving new sustainable goals. In this regard, the justice pillar, which is under UNODC, established some of the programs that we will talk about here today to improve the engagement of women and youth and to improve peace and security. So over the years, UNODC has partnered with some of the stakeholders here and has been part of the Kenya Vision 2030 strategy and working towards achieving SDG Goal 16 on peace, justice, and strong institutions to support government's reforms to transform the criminal justice system and to closely collaborate with implementing partners in programs such as this one, and what brings us here today, and we're celebrating today. So for this reason, and in an effort to improve the quality of life for our sisters here today, and to equip law enforcement staff in this institution, UNODC has recently provided TV screens for virtual courts. We have also supported the data entry and processing system, and VEO structure for segregation for VEO's inmates. We've also supported the VEO's training of staff members, and we've also donated industrial oven and mixer for the ongoing program here today. Thank you. So apart from that, UNODC, through the youth program, we've also come up with a program called the Designing Dreams. So the Designing Dreams program is targeted for girls between the age of 14 and 17. And these girls are in rehabilitation homes in Kiligiti, in Dagoretti. So what we do is that we train them on fashion design, and we give them entrepreneurship, soft and life skills, so that when they exit and they go back to school, they're able to have a sustainable livelihood. So over the years, we've had fashion shows with them. They've created amazing pieces when they're still in the rehabilitation homes. They've showcased this in Nairobi and in Madrid, and we partnered with Tribune, which is a Spanish NGO, and one of the representatives is here today. And we continue to support these young girls because we believe that the youth are the future of this country. And this is, thank you. And this is one of the programs that we think, as when we partner together, they look up to you, and of course, you will be the ones who actually show them the light. So as they exit, they will see the successful stories, and they will actually be able to be inspired to do better. So as I conclude, because I know that I have just 3 minutes, I just want to appreciate the opportunity that Dr. Manu Chandaria, through the Chandaria Foundation, and all the stakeholders here have given us to come together. Because this is what everybody says, that when you walk alone, you walk faster, but when you walk together, you go farther. So this opportunity to come together is very important. It's a platform that Dr. Chandaria has created, where you can bring the private sector, you can bring the government, you can bring the UN, you can bring the NGOs, you can bring all the stakeholders all together, the civil society, academia together, to be able to achieve and move towards a common goal. So we both share a belief that if we harness and leverage on the capability of our joint efforts, we can bring solutions to our common challenges and transform our future. Thank you very much.
Asante sana Wamboi Kahara. Uzito wa UNDC imesemeka. This juncture I'd like to invite Madam Rahab Tamate, the Director Enterprise, to continue the program. Makofi ya UNDC na ya Madam.
Thank you so much, MC Jackie, the Commissioner General of Prisons, all our guests, our clients. Good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon, Madam.
At this juncture, I just want to thank our partners. You have all heard how they come in, and even they have said that other than the clients, they're also going to support our members of staff in the training, isn't it? Yes. So that they can impart the same training to you. So we want to thank you very much. We don't take you for granted. Madam Wambui, among these clients seated here, we have very good models. I think it's only that the time was short. It's only that time was short. They would have catwalked here, and you would have been amazed. I remember we took them to Modaiga Golf Club, and they left a mark there, isn't it? Yeah, they left a mark there. So next time, time willing, they'll also showcase what they have. So at this juncture, I would want to invite the one and only Mr. Vincent Rapando. Why I'm saying the one and only is because Mr. Rapando has been with us from day one. He has been instrumental on behalf of Dr. Manu Chandaria for this project together with other partners. And I know Mr. Rapando will work together very well. Mr. Rapando will call me early in the morning and ask me, Madam Wairi, when are we having the meeting? He would call me at night. He would call me in the evening, are you driving? And I'm telling him, no, I'm not driving. So Mr. Rapando has been very instrumental to this project because he has been with us, he has worked with us, he has selflessly given his time at all times. I'm not saying that the other partners have not done that, but Mr. Rapando, Tapadai, Dr. Manu Chandaria, wherever you are, I know you can hear us. Please, Mr. Rapando has done a great job. Commissioner Sam, I really appreciate Mr. Rapando. And before I invite him here, or as I invite him here, start here, see Susan, as you know what to do, because he's a very special person to us. So do the necessary as we welcome him to come here. I can see he's very happy about it. We give him a applause. Are you ready?
Wapi sakata watu walete mgeni? Wapi sakata mgeni?
Thank you, DJ.
Thank you, Madam Mwirimu, for that introduction. Our chief guest, the CG, Mr. Wiki Fogano, the PH MRF, Mr. Manish, Mr. Samuel Muhingo, for staff review, my friend Wamboi Kahara. I can confirm I have known Wamboi for more than over 10 years. The directors of PRISM, other CEOs and stakeholders who have made this function a success. The officer in charge, Madam Esther. Our clients, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
God is good?
All the time.
All the time?
God is good and that is nature. Wow.
Thank you. I stand on behalf of the Chandaria Foundation and Dr. Manu Chandaria, who could not be with us because we called him a young man. We just turned 93, so he could not be with us, but he's fully represented. Apart from myself, we have a whole family here of Mr. Manish, Mr. Samuel, and Jen, who was not probably who could not speak. And then we have a whole team here of Sheila, we have George Maina, we have Nick, and then who else from? Steve Kirui. In fact, Steve is the man. I think when you move on the other side, Steve is the main man. And Steve has spent quite a good number of sleepless nights to make sure that this program is a success because of Dr. Chandara's perfectionist. We also have my friend there, who is with the chief security at MRM, good friend of ours. So allow me to read the speech. And this speech literally is just to pinpoint a few points and to commit a few things that we have discussed, but most of the things that have already been discussed with the stakeholders and my colleagues. So on behalf of Dr. Manu Chandaria, the Chandaria Foundation, kindly accept his warm greetings and congratulations to all of us for making this initiative a reality after a year of detailed program design, which he is and he was technically involved at each and every level while in Nairobi or overseas. At the beginning, during the COVID, Dr. Chandaria went to Geneva, and the team, Madam Mwirimu, who was chairing most of the meeting, can confess that he was always on Zoom asking how far is this program. He kept on calling, including Gloria, kept her team, to find out how far is this program and when are we doing the groundbreaking. Indeed, this program is very dear to him, as he said at the beginning through the Zoom call, that this project should help women in prison to gain skills and help them in smooth reintegration back to the society. And in addition, these women should have some kind of earnings from this project. One of the clients said that if this program behalf of the client, Madam Burunji, she mentioned this and she well captured her, and that is Dr. Chandara's vision. So that by the time this program is finished, and the clients who will take part in this program can earn some small money in the pocket, so when they go out of this, when they leave prison after release, they have a small seed capital to begin their projects. Ladies and gentlemen, those who have worked with or interact with Dr. Manu Chandaria directly can testify his passion for this project, and they know how thorough he is despite his age. Those from the family corporates who are here, and what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about, and also kept her team. Madam Gloria can testify this. Madam Mwirimu, who was chairing most of these meetings, she's familiar with this, what I'm talking about, because he is very thorough on what he wants and how it's supposed to be done. Officer in charge, Madam Esther, is aware of this. The former officer in charge, Madam Rhoda Nyi, before Madam Esther took over, she was the one who was in charge of this place. Wamboi Kahara is a close friend of Dr. Chandaria and the family too. So we have worked with Wamboi Jacqueline and Caro are the two officers who will be running this program on both ends. That's the bakery and the clothing and textile. I think you had a conversation and a phone call or Zoom call, Dr. Chandaria, you know what he means and how thorough he wants this program to succeed. We have Doreen, who was our secretariat, and I could call Doreen when I don't get, when I want to get something from Madam Wairimu, I will always call Doreen first to find out how do I go about it. I can and others, I can assure you, I'm sure that you also take for this journey as we celebrate today. So why Chandaria Langata Women Prison Workshop? There are about 480 inmates serving here in Langata Women Prison. Although today I was told, I think we had when I was going around with the chief guest, that around 526 and 26 children. These women serve various sentences from short-term, long-term, and pre-trial sentences. As you are aware, many of these women lack adequate skills to keep and sustain themselves after release, and therefore they face rejection and stigma from the community. The COVID pandemic has worsened the situation with spillover effects of isolation and confinement. Majority of these clans come from informal settlements and dysfunctional environment where they lack opportunities and skills to contribute effectively to society, and hence the need for practical, sustainable skills development, income generating, and integration programs. As a result, the Chandaria Foundation, in collaboration with other partners who are here today, intends to strengthen the entrepreneurial and vocational training, as well as scaling up the income generating activities. The keywords, the income generating activities. So meaning this program will be run like a social enterprise. So what are the major aims? One is to keep the inmates with skills that will enable them to build their entrepreneurial capacity and choose alternative to crime, i.e. income generation activities upon completion of the jail terms. That the skills gained from this project will help inmates to reintegrate smoothly back to the society, and in addition have some kind of income from this project, like what I mentioned earlier. And the last point is to provide a platform for mentorship, and mentorship between women in prison and UN partners who are here with us, the private sector, business mentors, and other stakeholders. We already have the best private sector here, because we have the best CEOs. We have the CEOs from all the top companies here, and we have kept at the same time. So the Chandaria Foundation will be financing the cost of this building, as well as the accompanying equipment, which will be used for baking, clothing and textile units. Plus, they will provide some small seed capital in form of raw materials for initial production. The total cost of this initiative is approximately Kenya shillings 8 million, as has been mentioned by other speakers. The products from these units, i.e. baking, is KDF and Kangumu mandazi. I don't understand. I don't know why they call it Kangumu and Kangumu and KDF. Probably the prison should also come up with another mandazi, so that you also move this product to another level. So you also have chapatis, and the cakes were and the cakes. These products were carefully selected, and Dr. Chandaria was personally involved in choosing these products. After an extensive market survey, which was informed by the market demand. So all these products were based on the market demand, because the idea is we come up with products that can be able to be pushed to the market. That's why initially, like what Mr. Matthew talked about, initially we wanted to do a bakery, but we realized where are we going to sell the bread? Let's talk about products that we can do mass production and be able to push. Because if you look at even apart from the prison, the environment around here, it's already a market. And then if through the chief guest, whatever is produced here can be opened and can be sold to other prisons within. Because if you look at the Nairobi prisons alone, the market is so huge. And that's what informed the picking of these products. And that's why when you talk about baking, we had to involve Valentine Cake House and Rina, because these are one of the top bakers in this town. So the idea is how do we benchmark so that whatever is produced here can compete within the outside, so that we're not talking about products that we can go and then struggle to sell. On the other hand, the clothing and textile unit will produce school sweaters, aprons, face masks, reusable sanitary pads, and then talk about sanitary pads courtesy of Madam Mansfield Dalal, who is here today and has impacted many families and in the informal settlements and with the same products. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to thank the PS, Madam Zainab Hussein, who initiated these products and who initiated these projects in terms of the to formalize and for making this initiative happen. The Commissioner General, sir, thank you for accepting the chief guest today and for you to come over so that you're able to do the groundbreaking. Madam Warimu, Director Warimu, for pushing. I think you are part of the team that has made this, because the number of phone calls that you have made, a number of meetings that you have been here. In fact, the chief guest, most people think that I work at the prison. The only thing I lack probably you need to provide me is the service number. Because I've been part of this family. We have done so many meetings. We have done so many meetings, and funny enough, our brother works for prison, Oliver. So whenever Madam Werimu tells an officer to call Vincent Rapando, I find my brother being called Marala. But that just shows how family set up we are. We have been working with this project as a family. UNODC team, Wamboi, thank you Wamboi. We know how you have been part of this initial conversation. And because I remember when we discussed about this project, you came here with the Valentine Cake House, and the first thing that you did was to put up an oven. It was through this oven and the need assessment that you did that informed for us to make this project the way it is. To the SAFAL, MRM, and SBS as a family, I call them as a family. We are very humble, Mr. Manish, and Mr. Samuel and Jane and others. And just for allowing Steve Kirui, who will probably not be mentioned, that's a gentleman who has worked overnight to make sure this project just gets the shelf. Steve can confess to you how many phone calls Dr. Chandaria, he has received from Dr. Chandaria. And when Dr. Chandaria calls you, he calls you for probably even 2 hours. And he'll tell you because he's an engineer. He will tell you the way he wants things to be done. So in most cases, we used to give Steve, because Steve being an engineer, so Steve can handle the technical part of it as we can handle the execution. So Steve has done a very good job. Thank you, Steve. The KEPSA team, Gloria, I think this was the whole discussion, the baby began from KEPSA. Because I remember before we began the conversation, the formal conversation, Gloria was copying the conversation and Teresa of Clean Start. That's where the whole conversation began. So for KEPSA, thank you very much. And Gloria had committed that one of the things that will be able to help is the mentorship. And number 2 is the value addition. So that when these products leave this place, they must compete with any other product, whether it's international, whether it's a supermarket, or other products that will be pushed in the market. Thank you, KEPSA, for being part of this conversation today. Teresia, in fact, these days Dr. Chandaria calls you Clean Start, the lady of Clean Start. Thank you, and I'm sure, Teresia, this program aligns with your Clean Start type of support initiative. And I think why you are here, Teresia, this is what Dr. Chandaria said, how do you link this program inside here and the outside? I think that's the most critical conversation that we need. We wish to request you to take us to the next level. Mansby, good friend Dr. Chandaria, with a lot of skills in sanitary production, and that's why she was here, so that whatever is here, I don't know, probably this will be good enough for the exports, Madam Mansby. You probably will be able to learn more as we go on. Matthew, Rina, thank you. Asante sana. Tumeshukuru. And to the inmates who are the clients, this is your project. And we assure you that in the next 15 weeks, this facility will be ready for use. And I'm saying this with Mr. Steve around and the contractor, John Kungu. And please take advantage and gain necessary skills and income, which will be your startup capital once you are released from this prison. Asante sana and be blessed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rapando. I think we are all now aware where each of our partners belong and what is their stake in this project. Now, before I invite the chief guest, I would humbly want to introduce our directors from Prisons Headquarters. We have not forgotten you. And I'll start with Madam Olivia. Madam Olivia Obel is the director. I know she was an officer in charge here at one point. Yes. I can see you really love her. Yes. She did great things. Thank you, Madam Olivia. There's also Director Compliance and Standards, Mr. Masoro, Mr. Angus Masoro. There's also Mr. Arando, who is our Director Logistics. Then there's our Director Ops, Mr. Ogore, Duncan Ogore. And then we have our Head of Infrastructure Development, Mr. Obiero. And then behind there we have Mr. Murenge, who is also in the building section. And we also have Mr. Kuria, who is also in the building section, SSP Kuria. And then we also have ACP, Mr. Njoroge, who is also my deputy. Any director that I've left out? Thank you so much. Now, as we welcome our chief guest today to give his remarks, I wish to welcome our dear Commissioner General of Prisons, Mr. Wycliffe Ogalo, and of course, hata kuja hivi hivi. Unajua ni nini? Na tafadhali tusimame.
Thank you, my sister, Irene. And thank you, a wonderful, is it lady of ceremony, or master of ceremony? The lady of ceremony. Master, or a master of ceremony. Thank you very much. My brother, Vincent Rapando, who is the representative of Chandaria Foundation, representatives from our various valuable stakeholders, Mabati Rolling Mills, Safal Group, Safal Building Systems, KEPSA, Women, PADMAD, UNODC, Rina Bakery, Valentine Cake House, Clean Start, who are the alumni of Lanata Women. You are the alumni, eh? You are alumni. Yeah. And of course, Faraja Foundation, I know Jen could have sent somebody. She's not here. I know in the mind and spirit, she's with us. Marvin Peak Hotel, Father Grohl's Welfare, and Quitters Guild, my fellow colleagues from the headquarters, the Regional Commander, and of course, Madam Esther. What's Madam Esther, who is our prime host. other prisons officers present, the very valuable members of Fourth Estate, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. God is good.
All the time.
Can I hear ile line ya mwisho? Go. Tukisonga. God is good.
All the time.
And all the time. Hapo katikati?
God is good and that is nature. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I want to say I'm disadvantaged. I'm disadvantaged. Yeah, because if you have prolific public speakers talking ahead of you, you find that you only remain with the bone. So I would not say as much. I did not. My sister there, yeah, wonderful public speaker. Yeah, I take note of the poetry team. Wonderful. I do take note of and comparatively good and worthy stakeholders who are here and who talk so well. So it's like they'll say that I could have said. So my talk will be very straight jacket. It may not be as juicy as theirs. But one thing I'm also to say is to thank Langata Women Prisons community for the warm welcome that we afforded not just me, but the stakeholders. This was proved by the various entertainments and what have you, and what wonderful. And when you see some of us dance, we feel you. We feel you. We get connected. So my very good and valuable clients know that we are with you. And then, one thing, I want to thank you, Nani Esther, for taking making this my wonderful client very vibrant. Robust. And spewing with hope. I want to assure you, as the Commissioner General of Prisons, you'll see our vision here. What's our vision? Number one, a correctional service of excellence in Africa and beyond. So, Secretary General, I want to let you know that I'll stop at nothing to take care of you in a globally competitive manner or standard. Our partners, before I go to my formal speech, kindly, I beseech that you wholeheartedly appreciate or acknowledge or receive my salutation for you. You are wonderful. And by your deeds, you are showing the light at the end of the tunnel for these my valuable clients. May you be blessed abundantly. Allow me now to go to read, because it's a very important occasion or moment for Kenya Prison Service. And I want to let you know that it is being aired live in all of 133 penal institutions. Just to appreciate you as our stakeholders, and also to make those who are in charge there go out of their ways to develop partnership, valuable partnership with those that are within, their jurisdictions. And I would urge that our good partners, you reach out to some of those stations. I will say that I want to say that it's my great honor and pleasure to attend this long-awaited groundbreaking ceremony. Foremost, on behalf of Kenya Prison Service and my own behalf, allow me to express my heartfelt thank you to Chandaria Foundation, and the other valuable partners who are here, of course, Mabateri, Rolling Mills, Shuffle Group, Shuffle Building Systems, KEPSA Women, there, PADMAD, of course, UNODC, Arena Bakery, and Valentine Cake House, and Clean Start for supporting this initiative. I was with Rapando. It's good here, we have a Valentine Cake House. I was urging Rapando that by February, I think that's around when we have the Valentine. Is it around February? Is it February 14th? Yes. So you need to fast track. Rapando. We need to fast track so that by 14th, this be a Valentine gift to my very wonderful. For Valentine to do for us a very big cake. So it is indeed a happy occasion as it marks a new level and another important milestone in the Service's quest to enhance rehabilitation, reformation, and reintegration of offenders. I will be very reluctant to use the word offenders. Reintegration of those who find themselves at the wrong side, or those who are in conflict with the law. Are we together? Yes. I'm very hesitant to use the word offenders. And prevent lapse in crime, and empower women in conflict with the law through life alternative opportunities, and boost their potential through vocational and professional training. And that's why we are doing this groundbreaking today. As you all know, Kenya Prison Service and the partners represented here today share profound traditional friendship and enjoy a time-honored history of collaboration in the area of rehabilitation. In this regard, I wish to say that the recent years have witnessed not one, but several programs, symbol of Kenya Prison Service and its partners' friendship and collaboration, which we have implemented, we are implementing, and will implement as the one we are launching here today. This is not the end of the road. So I would urge that our partners who are here, I urge that you look into other areas in which we can join hands together to help in our core mandate of rehabilitation. Please. So I urge that despite the tremendous progress achieved this far, through our continued collaboration, we should never be complacent of what we have accomplished in the area of rehabilitation, but should always look into the future to make new achievements. As Mahatma Gandhi said, the true measure of any society can be found in how it treats its most vulnerable members. And I want to thank you, our very valuable partners, that you appreciate this, you acknowledge this, and that's why you have joined hands with us to create, generate, and regenerate impetus towards the rehabilitation and the welfare of vulnerable and valuable clients who are here. So the groundbreaking ceremony of which we are to witness today is exactly a key step to break the bottlenecks of the Kenya prison service development. The envisaged workshop will be a veritable artery which will benefit the inmate population in this facility after its completion. As one of valuable speakers did say, this is an area that is so fertile, that is so resourceful, that once it is ignited, once we finish the workshop, it's going to create an ability, ripple, for both my valuable clients, the staff, and the society around here. So I want to acknowledge it. It's a very well thought of venture. I'm aware that the project, once completed, will at any single time, spanning 3 months, benefit 25 inmates in clothing or textiles training, and 30 inmates in bakery. When we talk about clothing and textile, who appreciates garments most? They're the ladies, they're the women. And I know once given that talent and skills, they'll come up with very competitive products that can be sold in any other place. And for those who don't know, these beautiful angels did participate at the fashion, what's called a fashion what? Show. At Mdaiga Golf Club. And you proved to be the best. So, with this, you become very creative. Because as much as you are here, but I know you are aware of what enjoys currency on matters fashion. Is it not? Yes. So it's going to enrich you, your skills, such that when you live here and you can be able by yourself to be very competitive alongside others. So nothing is lost for you to be here. With this enhancement that we are giving you through such rehabilitation programs. Another thing is the matter of bakery. We talk about bakery, we are talking about cooking. Who cooks best? The ladies. You know, as men we masquerade. We masquerade at times. And it may be amusing that some of us men don't even know how to beat an egg. You know? So when you are by yourself, Nasema, what? I need to eat this egg. Eh? So he doesn't know agonge na spoon. So anaangusha kwa sakafu, ndio anachota. You see? So for you, wonderful mothers, because the future belongs, you are the people who determine the future. None of us who are sitting here, neither me, I was not chopped out of a carving of a tree. Are we together? Yes. But I was given a birth by a mother who did take care of me by her cooking. So when you get those skills, what I remember like KDF, now you're in Haiti, you know? When you live here and you have those skills, you know, of baking, wherever you are going to be after your stint here. You are going to be very marketable by what? I mean, by baking, by knowing new skills in cooking. And I'm looking to a future where we have these things nowadays of when people have functions, they hire service givers. So with these wonderful skills that you are going, not just to be bakers, but you do other wonderful things. You will be marketable, you live here, you'll employ many other women to help you in that market of service, of service giving, more so when people need. I believe that the contractor will fulfill this mission, complete the project in time and with high quality, and deliver Kenya Pills Service and the partners a quality product. It is studied that it's 8 months, 8 weeks. And you know, rapidly we're working it out there. So, but I would rather we fast track. Let's see, so that by 14th February, we come and launch as a Valentine gift through Valentine gift on that day. So the service will continue to support this noble endeavor, bring our collaboration with all partners to a higher level, help attain the Kenya Penal Service goal of becoming a correctional service of excellence in Africa and beyond. I want to show you our partners who are here. As the CG, my doors are wide open. And one assurance you have, and that's our strength, that we operate in a regime of transparency and accountability. So you should never worry when you partner up with us. We'll give the value of that partnership and support. I would like, therefore, my valuable clients, we give 3 claps to our wonderful stakeholders, and more so to Chandaria's foundation. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. That's wonderful. I would not wish to say more than that. All that was discussed, all those wonderful speech makers who came ahead of me, you summarized everything, so I don't want to entertain you with repetitions. I'm grateful, I feel honored. Let's hold our hands together to ensure that Kenya Prison Service takes care of its valuable clients in a globally competitive manner. Mbarikiwe. Thank you.
Makofi ya Factorial.
Ile yangu ya commissioner.
Tuanze na Factorial 10, simameni. 1, 2, 3, go na hiyo ya moto. We'll go to our brief ceremony, the cake cutting. Give way to the cake. Give way to the cake. So, Rina's Cake House will lead us in the cake cutting ceremony. And the cake will be cut by the chief guest, the head of business, MRM, Mr.
Waneha. So we're inviting the chief guest, representative of Rapando, of Dr. Manu Chandaria, Manish Mehra, UNODC, Wamboi Kahara, and the officer in charge should be at the background. Tokeni. Warembo, tokeni. Simameni upande ule kabisa kando. Rina. Keki yenyewe imeandaliwa na Rina Textile. Ina symbols za kuonyesha leo tunafanya groundbreaking. Rina is one of the trainers, but the main sponsors of this project are Dr. Manu Chandaria through MRF Foundation, Safar Group, UNODC, various partners of different roles to play. COVID-19 protocol, hatutajaa hapo.
We'll deliver. Yes, we'll deliver. Yes.
Distribute the cake. We are requesting for one last common photo before we proceed to the groundbreaking venue. So we will invite all the guests in the VIP tent to come to the front.
Nianza wapi?
For a common tool.
Ngoja mimi anza. Mimi nienda nianza hapo.
Please come forward. As the guests come, proceed to the front. The various sponsors align your banners.
Kipongeze baba taifa, unastahili. Kenya yetu inazidi songa mbele. Kenya leo sio kama ya jana, tuna maana tukumbuke tutoka kwenye mbali. Hospitali umejengwa, kulima umeboresha, tunapata msosi, tumeepuka na janga la njaa. Safiri tuko mbele, ametula tayari, ni tena ukona haitoshi, tuko na mpaka kiwanda cha silaha. Bwana Rais wewe, nani kama wewe, jemedari wewe, Mwigai wewe, nani kama wewe, jemedari wewe. Asante baba, hongera hongera. Asante baba, hongera hongera.
Hey, Mr. President, kwani need to see furahi. Dual courage, Nairobi to Rongai. Big Five agenda, kusema kutenda, usalama utapenda, na ufisadi baki senda.
Ulisema la kutenda, na kutenda, uhuru baba takupenda, takupenda. Mazingira yetu boresha, hospitali zetu boresha, uchumi Kenya boresha. Wewe ni super super. Barabara zetu boresha, ukulima boresha. Asante baba, hongera hongera. We are the pride of Africa. We are the hub of Africa. You are a big man of Africa. Africa, Africa, Africa. Oh Kenya, still kama before. Using the train to and from Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, Nippon. Mchani vili to one in a float. Expressway, okay. We are reviving 4K. Huduma Center, no more delay. Kenol Muranga, you're building a
Rais Simba, rais mwanzilishi wa maendeleo. Uhuru katupa uwezo na nchi kainua. Anang'ang'ana tupate elimu, tupate kazi.
Acha kupongeze baba taifa, unastahili. Kenya yetu inazidi songa mbele. Kenya leo sio kama ya jana, tuna amani, tukumbuke tutoka kwenye mbali. Hospitali umejengwa, kulima umeboresha, tunapata msosi, tumeepuka na janga la njaa. Safiri tuko mbele, ametula tayari, tena ukona haitoshi, tuko na mpaka kiwanda cha silaha. Bwana Rais wewe, nani kama wewe, jemedari wewe, Mwigai wewe, nani kama wewe, jemedari wewe. Asante baba, hongera hongera. Asante baba, hongera hongera.
Hey, Mr. President, kwani need to see furahi. Dual courage, Nairobi to Rongai. Big Five agenda, kusema kutenda, usalama utapenda, na ufisadi baki senda.
Ulisema la kutenda, na kutenda, uhuru baba takupenda. twakupenda. Mazingira yetu boresha, hospitali zetu boresha, uchumi Kenya boresha. We ni super super. Barabara zetu boresha, ukulima boresha, amani Kenya boresha. We ni super super.
Kupongeze baba taifa, unastahili. Kenya yetu inazidi songa mbele hiyo. Kenya leo sio kama ya jana, tuna amani, tukumbuke tutoka koni mbali. Hospitali umejenga, kulima umeboresha, tunapata msosi, tumeepuka na janga la njaa. Safiri tuko mbele, umetuletea reli, tena ukona haitoshi, tukono mpaka kiwanda cha silaha. Bwana Raisi wewe, nani kama wewe, jemedari wewe, Uhuru Muigai wewe, nani kama wewe, jemedari wewe.
Courage, Nairobi to Rongai. Big 5 agenda, kusema kutenda, usalama utapenda, na ufisadi back to sender.
Ulisema na kutenda, na kutenda. Uhuru baba twakupenda, twakupenda. Mazingira yetu boresha, hospitali zetu boresha, uchumi Kenya boresha. We ni super super. Barabara zetu boresha, ukulima boresha, amani Kenya boresha. We ni super super. Asante baba, ongera ongera. Asante baba, ongera ongera. We are the pride of Africa. We are the
Acha nikupongeze baba taifa, unastahili. Kenya yetu inazidi songa mbele hiyo. Kenya leo sio kama ya jana, tuna amani, tukumbuke tutoka koni mbali. Hospitali umejenga, kulima umeboresha, tunapata msosi, tumeepuka na janga la njaa. Safiri tuko mbele, umetuletea reli, tena ukona haitoshi, tukono mpaka kiwanda cha silaha. Bwana Raisi wewe, nani kama wewe, jemedari wewe, Uhuru Muigai wewe, nani kama wewe, jemedari wewe.
Courage, Nairobi to Rongai. Big 5 agenda, kusema kutenda, usalama utapenda, na ufisadi back to sender.
Si ulisema na kutenda, na kutenda. Uhuru baba twakupenda, twakupenda. Mazingira yetu boresha, hospitali zetu boresha, uchumi Kenya boresha. We ni super super. Barabara zetu boresha, ukulima boresha, amani Kenya boresha. We ni super super. Asante baba.
Welcome, sir. Will allow us to brand you differently, a little differently for just this occasion.
Sorry. This is serious.
Yeah, today you are MRM.
No joke.
Yes, so this is actually the structure of the workshop, conceptualized, and as the business head for sustainable systems, please relate to the economy software. It's a pre-engineered steel building technology which comes with a number of benefits. As you can see, in terms of it being a made-in-factory kind of building, it's fast, it is lightweight, strong, and it is very durable. All the material that we use here, when we come to the ground, we are not going to do any resizing, we are not going to do any welding. It's all facility. It is wholly available with us as a vendor. And we are not just doing the building, but we are also incorporating other things. There are other green aspects we are doing in terms of rainwater harvesting. It is made from a material that is the most recycled on earth. It has insulation to keep out the heat, so the people working in there will be fairly comfortable. And of course, because it is a dry construction, generally, it is going to use very little of water or other resources. Exactly. exactly. It is a dry construction.
I get it.
Largely. So, and there is enough ventilation, enough natural lighting. So it is something that is going to be. If I can just please, maybe welcome you to just look at the layout. So the building is got two divisions, as you can see. There is a textile wing, textile and knitting, and then of course there is a baking side. We have tried to incorporate, of course, issues of fire safety. As you can see, we have entrances and also fire exit in each room. We are going to incorporate, if I can just point out, this is just an impression of it looking from above without the roof on. And as you can see, we have incorporated a wall to divide the fire hazard area, which is the kitchen, from the area that is going to have combustible material, which is the tailoring and knitting area. So, and of course, each area is dedicated, has got dedicated toilets for the staff and for the inmates, so that they don't have to wander far. That way, they can get their certificates double quick. That is what we want to see. And these are basically just the impressions of it, how it would look looking from the side. As you can see, on that platform over there at the far end, as you can see, we are going to site 2 on-ground tanks, 5,000 liter capacity each. One is for water harvesting, one is for fresh treated water, because we are talking about a bakery. We have to have treated water for use in that facility. So we are going to have 2 tanks, and then within the facility there is also going to be 1,000 liter tanks above each pollution area to serve those facilities. So that is what we are having, and this is what we are going to be breaking ground for in a moment. And all the machinery, as you can see, we had worked out with the officers on the ground to try and do the layout for the machinery. So we know the various officers, or the various, as I have heard you say, the clients, they will be able to be accommodated. They will be able to be accommodated, and there is enough space for them to do that. We have incorporated even the storage facilities, including stainless steel facilities, because this is hygiene and food handling. We have to make sure that these are top notch and it's first quality, it's first class. So whatever comes out of here can and should be able to compete favorably across the world, not just in Kenya.
Thank you.
Let me welcome you then now to the actual
welcome
part. Yes, and here is John, is our
is
the contractor.
It will be up.
Yes.
You will come and have some.
Correct. So
we have to make it happen. We promise you.
Yes.
So if you just start for us this.
Yes.
Maybe you face this way.
Facing. Correct. Yes.
Utoe jasho.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, sir. Sorry.
Just wait. You can remove the mask, it's okay.
Yes, we want you to.
Next time? Okay.
Yes, then. Yes, and
Allocation.
1 or 2. Okay.
Can we have the 3 of you holding the shovels?
The shovels together?
Yes. It's okay. You hold the mattock, yes.
Madam.
Yes, please go ahead.
Action.
Yes.
You love that.
Let's see your faces. Let's see your faces.
Your mask, dear. Good. Then it's good.
Yes.
Right. Thank you very much.
Okay. Great. Thank you very much, sir. We are going to wash our hands over there. It's washing place.
photographer, tupige picha hapa. Nipelekee muonyeshe hata kidogo.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, thank you so much.